Hello, I think we are live, but I'm just
Yeah.
gonna double check if we are actually live. So, yes, we are.
Okay.
So, hello everyone. I'm here with the lovely Chess, and we did not color coordinate our outfits, but perfectly. So, I have asked Chess to be here with us quickly to give an overview on how it was for her since she joined the social shells, how it was before, and as you probably all know, she's killing it on Instagram and she's getting clients, which is amazing. So, Chess, why don't you just tell us quickly who you are and what is it that you're actually doing now?
Okay. So hi everyone. My name is Jess, and I am a social media coach and social media manager. And I was not that until I met Nadine. And like she said, I took her course, and I think it was March to April or May. Yeah.
April till June, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so
And
long
so
ago.
it hasn't been that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ever since then, I launched my business. I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago, and I just like went full in and started showing up on stories every day, really taking the time to continue to invest in my business and constantly learning. And Nadine has been there for me through this whole thing. There's still times where I reach out to her and I have a quick business question. She's always there to help me. So, but I was telling her earlier, she was the first business mentor that I ever invested in. And ever since then, I really realized how important it is to invest in your life and in your business to get to where you want. Unless you want to stay stagnant and see no change, then that's what's going to happen if you don't really take the chance and face your fears and just go for it and go for your dreams.
Yeah. And how do you think it was like different having like the social shell as in like a coaching program and mentorship instead of like having an online course? I don't know if you ever did an online course, but I know you know how it works. So what do you think would be the difference?
Well, the thing is with having Nadine and having the social shells was that we were able to bounce off different ideas and bounce off other questions. Like the calls were my saving grace. And I missed a lot of them too because of the time zone, but I would watch the recorded ones and learn so many things that you don't really think about right away when you're going through a course. And then all the questions that might pop up in your brain in the middle of the night when you're like, oh, I really wish I had somebody to ask about this. Well, you do. You have Nadine and you have the social shells. And another great thing was that was your support system. Like nobody else really understands what you're going through, like not your spouse or your best friend or your mom, but Nadine and the other girls in the program know exactly what you're going through because they're in the same level, and Nadine was there before.
Did you feel like it was helpful that we also had the Slack community where you could like ask me and chat with me? Because I feel like that makes a massive difference, because when I started, I always wanted to ask like someone just a quick questions, and I hate Facebook group because like the question gets lost or no, like I feel like chatting with someone gives you a bit more direct access. Or how was that for you?
Oh yeah. I think the Slack was my favorite part, even more so than the call. Because the call was great for when you had those questions in mind that you would maybe wrote down and that you're going to cover. But when you have something come up right then on the spot, like if you had somebody reach out to you that wanted to work for you and you're really not sure of what to do, or if you have a question about a contract or something that needs an answer right then and there, then that's what was so great about the Slack community, because at some point somebody was going to answer you and give you guidance, and you were there within the group chats and within our one-on-one chats in the Slack community.
Yeah. So one of the questions I get a lot is, does it actually work? Do you now have clients, or what was like the major benefit now? Like, of course, I say this program will make a freelance social media manager out of you. Do you feel like it made that out of you?
Yes, definitely. Well, because in the beginning of your course, you just teach us exactly how to do it. So you save time of like Googling how to, write great captions, how to schedule everything, how all of the systems run, because there's so much that goes into it. I mean, I had no idea, you know? And then the other half of the course, you're teaching us like the business aspects, all of the legal things that you have to do, how to find your clients, how to talk to your clients, how to attract them. You know, there's so much that goes into a business. You know, this isn't just doing social media, it's a business and you're your own boss. So yeah, it definitely works. It definitely works. You give us all of the tools, but we are the ones that have to apply what you give to us. Like you gave us everything.
Well, you actually apply quite a lot, I would say. And a lot of people always say, well, it was easy for me because I already had like some followers, but you actually started a fresh account and you grew it pretty fast compared to what I see otherwise now, because everyone says, oh, Instagram is going to be like Facebook, it's going to be dead, but you're in stories every day, you post. And did you get clients out of it? Did you get people reaching out to you?
Yeah, the only place I get clients is through Instagram. And I find that Instagram is where I really connect with, like that's where what I really love. And some people find clients through LinkedIn, you know, that's not my thing. So I don't put a lot of energy into it. So I think like if I could give advice as far as growing your account and growing the amount of clients you get, concentrate on 1 or 2 platforms to find clients and put your all into it. Like you said, I show up on stories every single day. I'm providing value and giving free advice, and I'm not really selling. I'm just kind of showing people what I do and then telling them, you know, how I can help them. Yeah. And so I grew so quickly. Within 3 months, I'm almost to 1,000. And there's no unfollow or anything like that. It's just the biggest thing is trying to find people that you actually want to work with and getting to know them, taking the time to comment on their posts, DM them, and really get to know them, because that's what's really going to make you stand out from any other social media manager or coach out there.
Yeah, it's funny, today on the coaching call, we had a coaching call, and some girls asked about, was there another algorithm change because there's like such low engagement? I said, well, that has been announced for years now, just now people are seeing it, and I have to laugh because people are freaking out. People who are freaking out are mostly people who are not genuine about the platform or don't understand the platform, because you don't need to have 10,000 followers. You can have 2 followers and one of them becomes your client, and then boom, you've already made more sales than anyone out there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right.
So that's fun. I found that's really interesting that we just had this conversation today about Instagram. And I know like you can make so much. Making money on Instagram basically just means what you're doing and what we're all doing. It doesn't mean that you have to be an influencer to do that. In my opinion, it's way easier to work with clients instead of being an influencer where you actually have to put so much more work in for less money.
I agree, because I know you were in the same boat as me, where we have travel accounts that have a really large following. And yeah, I would get some free stuff here and there, but I never made any money. And I have a large following on that, but that never made me any money. So that goes to show, like, you really shouldn't worry about having thousands of followers unless they're true, genuine followers over time. But having that does not really represent your value. And as long as you're taking the time to nurture the community you already have, that's where you're going to make those connections, and you're going to, really show your audience what you can do for them.
Yeah. And how was it for you learning about the different social media platforms? Because I always like in the beginning when people sign up who already have a large following, I'm always like, I hope I can still teach them stuff. I hope they still learn a lot. How was that for you? You can be honest.
Oh, I thought I knew it all, and I don't. Like I hadn't. That like with the hashtags and how it's important to use really small ones to really get yourself out there. I was just like everyone else using the big ones, and it really wasn't putting a dent on my posts. And I really wasn't engaging that much on my original account. I was just thinking about the numbers as well.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about Facebook ads and how much of a strategy goes into that.
Yeah.
A lot of brain power and technique. goes into that. I had no idea. Again, I thought it was just like you pick USA to run your ad and it would be great, but it's not that at all. And same thing with Pinterest and Twitter. Like, I mean, your modules were so in depth that I don't think the average person really has no idea how much really goes into social media strategy to really utilize it as a business to market your business.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that. And I'm glad that you said that, of course.
Yeah.
And so now that you have success on Instagram and you learned all that, do you now work with clients?
Yeah, I do. I have a management client for Instagram, and then I've been coaching clients as well. And so I do an Instagram strategy power hour where I work one-on-one with clients because what I like to teach my clients is about presence and putting themselves out there. So that does take coaching to really guide them and give them the confidence. So I do that. And I also sold smaller packages, which Nadine teaches in the course. So I did hashtag collections, and I've sold like dozens of those.
That's amazing. That's so good. And like, remember, you just finished end of June. Do you think like, well, I know everything you basically learn in there is what you could, of course, you can Google most of the stuff, I would say, but it just takes you so much longer.
Yeah.
Whereas within 8 weeks, you can basically learn it. And then if you implement it right away, you can go and start work with clients. You coach clients. What my coach always told me is like, you don't need to be like 50 step ahead from someone in order to coach them. You just need to be 1 or 2 step ahead, but you're already like 10 steps ahead of every client just going through the program. And I feel like that makes a massive difference. You can then start right away and feel confident, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Because a lot of them are interested in Facebook ads as well. And even though I concentrate a lot on Instagram strategy and your invisibility and marketing, I still have knowledge to help them with Pinterest and Facebook, and just it all bottles together that it's, you know, about marketing and putting out great content that sells. So yeah, everything you taught me is something that honestly it would take me years to learn.
Yeah, it took me years.
Yeah. And to actually try out and see what works for me. You know, during the course, all of us had a chance to figure out which programs we really liked and which social media sites we really liked and how we wanted to build our packages that best fit us and our personalities and our expertise and everything like that. So it was a great way to kind of test run everything that you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we can all make a meetup somewhere in the world. Right?
Oh, I know. You know I did there.
That would be so amazing. Because I want to tell our viewers, you are American, as we can tell, but you're actually not living in the US right now, right?
No. I'm a lot like Nadine, where I travel the world a lot. So right now I'm in Latvia, and this is the third country that I've lived in. And during the course, I went back home and came back here. So yeah, I'm all over the place. And there was many other women who were from America or Switzerland and Bali and Australia and all over the world.
Yeah, we're all the same. We just have that kind of travel bug. But it is definitely possible, you guys. As you can see, Jess did it as well. If you have any more questions to her, you can always message her. I should say that now. Do you want to? I didn't ask you before.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I will post your Instagram handle actually below the video once it's saved. But do you just want to quickly say how they can find you on Instagram?
Yeah, you can find me at Social Quest Media. And that is, I'm on there every day. So send me a DM. I love chatting with everyone. We can talk through voice memo, or if you have any questions at all about social media management and marketing, or if you have a specific question about the Social Shelf program, I'm happy to help. I've had a few people already reach out to me about the program, and they trusted what I thought about these programs so much that they signed up. So yeah.
So our next round starts 2nd of September. I have sent out all the enrollment emails for everyone on the waitlist. If you haven't got it, because I know 1 or 2 people didn't get it, so please reach out to me so I will resend it, and then we can hop on a quick application call. All right, lovely. I am so grateful that you took the time in that hot weather to hop on a call with me or a video. And I am wishing you a wonderful evening. Everyone else in the social shells, I hope you're not too hot. And if you have any more questions, reach out to us.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Nadine.